couldn't be more excited to introduce our newest rebel, your new head football coach, Lane Kiffin.
Talk about the reception you received from the fan base. Did you ever think you'd be kissing and hugging babies at the tarmac when you got off the plane?
A lot better than another tarmac experience that I had.
As Kiffin built his staff in Oxford, he once again called on his father. Ole Miss had gone 4 straight seasons without a winning record prior to Kiffin's arrival.
Came here judgy, like of people and how it was and how slow it was. Then I stopped judging and realized, wait, maybe they're onto something. Maybe just slower, it's just a better way to live.
The more deliberate pace of Oxford led Kiffin to reflect on how he had been living. He began doing yoga and went on an intense diet. He also made the decision to give up alcohol.
Alcohol's everywhere. People do it all the time. It just happens to be legal, so everybody does it, and it's encouraged in a lot of areas. And I realized, wait, all I'm doing is prolonging whatever it is I need to deal with. I didn't really have a plan to stop for this long or anything. And then I was like, wait, this is so much better. Because for me, I realized hey, you were using it after a loss, after something bad happens, an argument, or after a win sometimes to check out, numb a situation.
He was at a point in his life where I think he knew that some things had to change. It was at Ole Miss where he was able to get sober and take a very introspective look at himself, where he was, where he wanted to be, what was important to him, what wasn't important.
He also began to reflect on how the demands and pressures of head coaching had affected his family life.
I went to Alabama. We had no idea what was going to happen there, so they didn't move. They stayed in Manhattan Beach, right at USC, because I didn't know Alabama was going to go bad. So then it was at that point, hey, we'll just stay and we'll move to the next place. Well, that ends up not working out and we get divorced.
It was definitely hard because I would call him every day after school, but he was just so busy during the season. It was really hard.
I feel like I was still a little bit young to fully understand it, but I kind of always just thought of it oh, he's just at work.
You have this obsession of work and being this youngest coach and the fastest moving, and you got to do all this. And so I really felt as I've looked back, I wish I'd have done that better.
As Lane pushed toward his future self-improvement, he also faced his past on an opponent's playing field where he'd once roamed the home sideline.
The cheers have turned to a Bronx cheer for Lane Kiffin back in Neyland Stadium, where he was once the head coach and ran through the tee on the other side. Let's just say that they've been ready for him and waiting for him to take the field tonight.
It was just a really bizarre night. I've never had that feeling as an assistant or a head coach where it was so loud and intense. And you just felt like there was 110,000 people of just hating one person.
I think they like me a lot. It doesn't feel like it, no. But you like when they don't like you, don't you?
It is what it is, man. These guys are passionate, great fans, electric crowd. This is college football, man.
It just was a different intensity from warm-ups to the entire game.
Fans are littering the field with objects from the stands. Clock at 0. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets shoved out of bounds, and time will run out on Tennessee.
I mean, it was the closure people need at some point that might take 10 years down the road to finally get. Still hanging on.
What are you feeling right now?
relief. I don't know if I'm more excited that we found a way to win or I didn't get hit with the golf balls they were throwing at me.
As Kiffin found his footing on the field, his family life also started making strides. In 2022, his eldest daughter, Landry, moved from Los Angeles to Oxford to finish high school and enroll at Ole Miss.
At first, it was kind of weird because I hadn't lived with him since like before he went to Alabama. And then like we were just like, hey, like at first. And then we kind of just started like going on trips and like doing a bunch of stuff. And we definitely got a lot closer than we had ever been.
I needed Oxford and Ole Miss a lot more than they needed me. But I didn't know. I didn't know God's plan. I didn't know he was going to give me a second chance at being an in-person parent.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast,